Okay, welcome. So today I want to talk a little bit about frame resonance. I've discovered that frame resonance has quite a dramatic effect on multi-rotor performance, and it's important to get rid of that source of noise, of vibration. If you've seen my set of videos for the Chimera build, you'll see that I attempted to eliminate frame resonance there by measuring it using a vibration speaker, and that was somewhat successful. Vibration speaker and FFT, somewhat successful, but my thinking has moved on a little bit since then, and I just wanted to sort of share with you where I've got to. So first up, I've got some video I took at the field at the weekend, so let's listen to the other me.
Okay, I'm out at the flying field. It's a beautiful day, a little bit breezy. I'm flying my Cocoot H7V2 on a Marmot 5-inch, which you can see there. And I just want to take a little bit of video and show you it's flying pretty smoothly at the moment, which is nice. And also see if I can get some video of the frame resonance when I switch off the static notch. So I'll first do a flight. Thanks.
Okay, so the next video shows the copter in loiter mode with a static notch on the frame resonance frequency. So let's have a look at that, see what that looks like.
Okay, so this is just showing you how it flies in loiter with the static notch on. You can see that if I throttle up and down, it sounds pretty good. Reasonably stable, even though I've got a tiny little DPF cut on it. So I'm just going to land that now and take off the static notch, and you can see the difference.
Good, so you can see that it's flying pretty well. So then I disabled the static notch on the frame resonant frequency, and we can see what that looks like now.
Okay, very quickly take video of this. Can you hear the ringing? The kind of almost like a grating sound. That's all frame resonance.
So really quite dramatic, quite a dramatic noise, and actually I didn't fly it for very long, but when I brought it down, the motors were really quite hot. So frame resonance is a great way to toast your motors if that's what you want to do. So what I thought I'd do now is just show you what that looks like in a log. So let's switch off this video. And I'm going to use my trusty tool, MAV FFT ISB. And we're going to look at pre-filter and post-filter. So this is still the Cocoot H7V2. So in the pre-filter you can see the motor noise peak is here at about 160 Hertz. And then we've got a smaller harmonic at double that, 330 Hertz. And then a larger harmonic at triple that, 490 Hertz. And this is the triple harmonic is more dominant because these are 3-blade props. So it's the passage of the blades over the frame that causes this, this third harmonic. But you can also see here this massive spike at 235 Hertz. And this is the frame resonance. And you can see that without the static notch, there's still a massive spike here at 235 Hertz post filtering. So it's very important to take this out. And one of the reasons I think the way my thinking's evolved on this a little bit is that this affects how far up you can push the gyro filter. So on this copter, I think my gyro filter's set at a 150, so down here, and that works quite well because, I mean, well, it's set at 150, but you can still see that even with a gyro filter at 150, this massive frame resonant peak still gets through. I can probably just confirm the, let me just confirm what the gyro filter is. There we go. Minus gyro filter 150, yeah, so 150 Hertz for the gyro filter. And although the cutoff is set at 150 Hertz, it still takes half of that, so another 80 Hertz, 75 Hertz for the roll off to kick in. So this is why, so although it's 150 Hertz, there's only significant attenuation beginning to kick in at 225 Hertz. So 150 plus 75, which is why a lot of this noise gets through. And originally on this copter, I had to set the gyro filter much lower than 150 Hertz, so down at 120 Hertz or even 100 Hertz range. And that basically brought the filter roll off below this resonant peak. And so I was using the regular gyro low pass filter to take out this resonant peak. But if I put a static notch on this, then I can push the gyro filter higher because the static notch is already taking this out. And generally that leads to better control of the aircraft. So you're allowing more noise to, more sort of control information to get through, and the copter is able to react to that and react more quickly. Now another thing to notice about this is how narrow this peak is. So it's a very, very sharp peak. What I've found is that because it's so sharp and narrow, that you can use a narrower notch filter setting to take this out. And I've also found that using things like the triple notch is especially effective on this. Now, I'm not going to talk about the triple notch today. That's going to be another video I'll do in the near future when that's all available in 4.3. But just to suffice to say that the sharpness of this peak makes it much more amenable to a triple notch type scenario. And if I do take that out, then the copter flies much better, as you saw, before and after type situation. And it just exemplifies how important it is to take out frame resonance. Now, a couple of things I've discovered is that frame resonance is very dependent on the battery weight. And so what I've started doing is, if you can see on this copter here, you can see I've got some, these are actually tyre rim weights or wheel rim weights that you use for balancing rims on a car. And they make, you can get these in sort of self-adhesive strips. I've got one here. Get these self-adhesive strips, and they come in sort of sizes of 10 and 5 grams. And you can use that for changing the weight of your batteries. And now, why would you want to change the weight of your batteries? Well, the weight varies the resonant frequency, and for most of these copters I have a couple of different battery types with slightly different weights. And so by using these weights here, I can make all of the batteries weigh exactly the same, and then the resonant frequency is exactly the same on all of them, and I don't have to keep sort of changing things around. What I found my Chimera was I was having to change the static notch each time I flew with a different battery, and it got to be quite a lot of hassle. So putting weights on batteries is a great way of changing the resonant frequencies to be the same. And it also explains why my experiment with the vibration speaker wasn't such a great success, because I did it without the battery on it. And so, and not only that, of course, being in contact with the vibration speaker changes the effect, sort of the effective mass of the system. And so it ends up with a slightly different resonant frequency. So really the only guaranteed way to find the resonant frequency is to actually fly the copter and have a look. But you just have to be very careful, because there's so much noise coming through this peak that you can smoke your motors very, very quickly. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say about resonant frequencies. I've come to the conclusion that basically all frames have resonant frequencies now, and it's important to find it. And if you find it, take it out with the static notch, then you can produce a much tighter tune, usually using sort of regular tuning techniques and auto-tune. So thank you, I hope you enjoyed watching. Until next time, bye.